Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP, and once again, this is the 1 hour chart. We're sitting here just below 61 cents. And right now, a lot of people are calling for a major pullback to happen. Other people are saying we're going to the moon from here. But the reason it's like that is because it's all speculation right now. The reason I don't show you charts and price predictions in my videos is because most of the time, it's only 50-50 chance that that will play out. Watching the charts is like listening to the weatherman. They get it right 50% of the time. But I'd rather show you real-world events and facts and let you make your own judgment on where we go from here. So SEC scheduled settlement meeting with Ripple. This is Sunshine Act notice. We've seen a lot of these going on during the Ripple SEC lawsuit. Remember all the hype that was built up around these notices. And guess what? Nothing happened. And I don't think anything's going to happen today either. Ripple SEC settlement by November 9th looming amid Judge Torres' ultimatum. Now, this is what you can base things on. Facts. Things that already happened that give you a key date to look out for. So the latest chapter in this legal drama began with a letter from the SEC to Judge Torres on October 19th. In the letter, the SEC requested an extension until November 9th to allow both parties, the regulatory body and Ripple, to come to an agreement on a briefing schedule regarding remedies. Judge Torres responded by granting the requested extension, seemingly agreeing to the SEC's proposal. However, what has captured the attention of the crypto community is Judge Torres' additional ultimatum. In the event that both parties fail to propose a briefing schedule jointly, she stated that the court will take it upon itself to set the schedule. The deadline for this action is November 9th, aligning with the SEC's request. You know what would be nice? If they came to a settlement on November 9th, and at Ripple's swell, Ripple announced an IPO as well. XRP would absolutely take off if that was to happen. But if this doesn't play out on the 9th, then we're most likely looking at April of 2024 for settlement to happen. Let's go. Ripple partner HSBC tests tokenized deposit platform for global treasury payments. Now, like I said, all of Ripple's partners always like to use RippleNet. They also like to utilize the XRP ledger and XRP as well. Right now, tokenization is talked about at a very low level. Next year, I think it's going to boom like never before. And right after that boom happens and all the hype settles, the next big thing we'll be talking about is carbon credits. 1 billion XRP unlocked monthly from Ripple's Escrow ends December 2023. But now it has been extended because Ripple releases the tokens but then locks a good portion of those tokens back up. That's why it got extended to April of 2027. So Ripple has extended its final escrow date from December of 2023 to April 2027. The result of the extension is because Ripple's released tokens from escrow are relocked back into the escrow it came from, hence the extension. By relocking a significant portion of its monthly release tokens from escrow, Ripple can ensure a steady growth in the circulating supply. I think over time, what we're going to see happen is a lot of that escrow is going to end up in the hands of the central bank. As Europe enters the digital era, a digital euro would be the next step in the evolution of our currency. It would not have the form of physical coin or banknote. Now you know the digital euro is going to run on RippleNet because Christine Lagarde talks about Ripple multiple times, talks about how great XRP is multiple times, met with Brad Garlinghouse on different occasions over time as well. But look at the payments they're talking about. Person-to-person payments, point-of-sale payments, e-commerce payments. Then you got to look at payments to and from the government. Like I said, that goes overlooked so often. There's going to be payments here in the U.S. from person to IRS, from IRS to person. Then you got to look at permits and licenses as well. A lot of payments go overlooked, and it's a very big scale of payments as well. Payments we haven't even thought of yet will be introduced later into the future. Brazil gears up for the country's new digital currency. And you see, Santander Brazil is part of this. You know, RippleNet technology will be used here as well. And Brazil has worked with Ripple in the past. We're going to see so many countries going live with RippleNet as an alternative to SWIFT in the future. And that's how we will get rich in the end. ISO 222 regulations. So one question I have, and maybe some of you have a good idea on this, when they're talking about regulations like ISO 222, does that mean if these cryptocurrencies already passed those regulations, are they easily going to pass the new regulations, the global crypto regulations that are going to come at some point in the future? What are your thoughts on that? Put it in the comments section down below. My thinking is this. If Ripple is already part of ISO, our XRP is already part of ISO, that gives you clear path for crypto regulations. We are going to end up with a handful of cryptocurrencies in the end. Any cryptocurrency that doesn't have utility or use case will most likely go to zero. Elizabeth Warren finally admits that what we've known for months. They want to make self-custody a crime. Take a listen to this.
Last year, you wrote that, quote, in their attempt to avoid being traced, illegal actors have adopted ever more sophisticated cryptocurrency technologies, such as non-custodial wallets.
You know why she wants to know how much crypto we have? So that they make sure you pay every tax dollar that's owed to them. And she's been pushing full steam ahead with this. And now she's trying to link crypto to terrorism so she could get a look inside of our wallets. She's trying to tie the two together. But so far it hasn't been working out very well for her. Breaking: Brics Bank positioning itself alongside IMF and World Bank. Brics currency will be the next big thing, backed by gold and XRP as a bridge currency. Now that the Brics is working with the IMF and the World Bank, you can bet that they are going to utilize RippleNet as an alternative to SWIFT in the future. And this was planned all the way back in 2014. 2014 Web Payments Workshop featuring Ripple, the World Bank, and the Federal Reserve. It was all planned a long time ago. And the good thing is that we're still able to buy in at such a cheap price. Even at 61 cents, XRP is still a steal of a deal. It's still way undervalued from where it's going in the very near future. Ripple ODL partner MFS Africa decides to change the name to Ana Freak after having significant growth. I know I pronounced that wrong. They have posted some impressive numbers recently. 500 million connected mobile wallets, 40 African countries, 300K enterprise and merchant customers, etc. That's how massive this is. And they're going to utilize XRP and on-demand liquidity. We are about to get rich. That's what it comes down to. We are already rich. We're just waiting for the money to show up in our accounts. Breaking: the SEC charges crypto company Safemoon for offering unregistered securities. You know what I don't like about this is they're still trying to create that bad narrative around crypto. And they're trying to keep that momentum going, that narrative going, trying to keep people out of crypto. Because whenever people see an announcement like this, and they're not in crypto yet, right away they think, oh, I don't want to get involved with crypto. I don't need any problems with the SEC. Even when you talk to people about XRP, right away they're like, well, they're still tied up with the SEC. I think I'll wait until that finally comes to an end. Well, if you wait for that to come to an end and a settlement happens, you're going to be paying a hell of a lot more for XRP. U.S. housing market is rapidly weakening. Mortgage demand just hit levels last seen in December 1996. Like I said, the housing market is definitely going to go down. The good thing about that happening right now is as it continues, as that bubble pops, XRP is going to rise, and you'll be able to buy a house at a very cheap price in the near future. Because what we're seeing now is not sustainable. People cannot afford to be paying $1,700 a month for rent. They can't be buying houses that aren't even worth $100,000 for $400,000. And that's what we're seeing everywhere. And houses are shrinking at the same time. They're getting smaller and smaller. You know, somebody in the comments section recently was talking about pods in the future. And I said, that's a very good idea, because if you come up with an affordable housing solution, people will definitely chase after that. And I've seen that, you know, for as long as I could ever remember. And houses around colleges are what you really want to buy. If you're looking to invest in the real estate market, you buy a house next to a college. This way you always have renters. And most of the times, the parents are paying you the monthly rent, not the students. The Federal Reserve has once again decided not to raise interest rates. The Fed will keep interest rates at the current level. And I think that's why we've seen a little bit of an uptick in crypto today as well. Let's see what happens from here. Then there's the U.S. debt clock, and a lot of people tried to tie this in with XRP. So you see, stolen wealth. This is when the gold standard was abandoned. And you see how a lot of people got very rich while a lot of people got very poor. And that's what we're seeing. There's such a wealth gap right now. And then people seen this and they said, oh, go back XRP. But it looks like just a different type of switch. But you take notice how they unplugged. And, you know, what I think's going on with the debt clock is they're trying to tell people, listen, we got to this point because we abandoned the gold standard. And look what happened since then. We need to get back to the gold standard. Maybe he's going to plug us back into the gold standard. Maybe that's what it means. What are your thoughts? Put it in the comments section down below. But like I said, very exciting times are ahead for Ripple and XRP. A lot of the news looks like it could be very good news that could send this cryptocurrency skyrocketing, especially if Ripple announces that IPO. A lot of people will buy in just because of FOMO, fear of missing out. I think a lot of people are going to buy right before ISO goes live on the 19th of this month as well. I can't believe we're this close already. You know, all last year when we were talking about ISO and all the hype was around ISO and then no value came from it yet, the hype kind of died down. But I think that hype's going to come back, especially if we see the prices of these ISO cryptocurrencies start to pop off after November 19th. But until then, we got to stay patient and stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap this one up. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.